What is up, everybody? It's your boy Verse today. Here we have to talk about the death of live service games. Because if you have been paying attention to social media this week in gaming news, several live service games have just been shutting down or given announcements that they're going to be shutting down their service very soon. So we have Knockout City, a popular live service game. This one's shutting down June 6th. Crossfire X, a game that released on Game Pass. This one's shutting down May 18th. Rumbleverse, another live service game, which is like a brawler style battle royale game, is shutting down February 28th, so that's probably the closest one. And then there's just been a long list. People have just compiled a list of all the different live service games that have been canceled this past few weeks. Because we just had like a big news rush for all these games being canceled. So we have Apex Legends, the mobile version, Battlefield Mobile, Crime Site, Crossfire X, Dragon Quest, the Adventure of Die Heroes Bond, Echo VR, Knockout City, Long Live School Idol Festival, Rumbleverse. So these are just a few of them. The games are just being canceled. So this is very interesting how these live service games, they can't keep up. They can't be as popular as the Fortnites, as the main Apex Legends and the Call of Duty one. They can't keep up with those games. So maybe live service is not the way to go. So, and then as you can remember, Sony had a plan to release 10 live service games before March 2026. So we're getting close, 3 years away from them to release these games. So is this a bad sign right now of Sony making this investment to live service games, especially when other live service games have been falling apart slowly, piece by piece? They've been going away. So we don't know. They might come out before March 2026, but they might be canceled by March 2027. So it's looking kind of grim, to be honest. These live service games. Maybe the gaming industry might take a shift, going back to traditional gaming, how it originally was, more single player games. This is not looking good for the live service games at all. So, because they each tried to do something different. Like this was, like I said, this was a battle royale, but a brawler. This one was a shooter, which is kind of similar, but it's like a military style shooter. This was like a dodgeball based game, which is very cartoony. So each try to do something. It's not like they're just all carbon copies of the same thing. These are very unique ones, and they all still died off one way or another. So people are saying the memes with the live service games. This is not looking good. I think Back 4 Blood is going as well, which Dead was like supposed to be the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, and that game is going away. So that's not good. I'm just still kind of mad they just didn't do Left 4 Dead 3. Like, why didn't they just do Left 4 Dead 3? Why did they make Back for the spiritual successor? Like, it's just, that game could have been so much better. Uh, Nature is healing. I just don't see how somebody can feel confident with these live service games now at this point. If you see the rest of your peers in the game industry, games are just failing left and right. Like, why would you think yours is going to do that amazing? Avengers was pretty recent as well. So apparently Avengers is getting canceled too. Wow, they're all going away. Destruction All Stars on borrowed time. I thought that game was already dead already. But apparently, like, people are still playing that game. Okay. This is exactly why we can't let Redfall be online only for single player. That is not the same thing. Most of those games that was named before were just multiplayer. If Redfall dies, but then a single player mode, I mean, I don't know. I don't really count the same thing. It's like, I'm gonna keep it real, Chief. A lot of people don't play older games like that. So if it dies within maybe like 3 years, are you really 3 to 5 years? Are you really gonna be mad? You probably got your fill from Redfall. Are you really gonna play it again? If it's really started, I don't know. I don't really care. But don't forget, Avengers is done. Not sure how Outriders is going. TikTok. Knockout City was fun itself for the first week till your friends move on to other games. Yeah, people are just like saying, like, "Hey, we have fun memories with these games, but they gotta go." Apparently, games with cool concepts, but I think the art direction playing a part in people hating the pill. Theirs were just so fun. It's the shame how the market is sometimes. Okay. Some of these are worse than just live service games. They're gambling games, and I'm glad they're gone. I pray that these companies learn their lesson. Nothing of value was lost. It's kind of messed up. I mean, it doesn't really phase me. I'm not really a multiplayer gamer anyway. It's like mostly phasing these multiplayer based games. So that's like, I'm not gonna lose an ounce of sleep over this, but it's just like a trend. They try to follow that Fortnite trend, and they all just like they can't get that Fortnite success, so they end up just failing with this. Most live service games ain't gonna hold out long unless you're really a good service like Final Fantasy 14 or just an old vet that keeps pumping more content like WoW and leaves a legend. Something bad is going on we aren't aware of. Who's gonna spill the beans though? Outriders on borrowed time. I thought that game was dead too. I can see that game probably meeting the same fate as the rest of these, to be honest, very soon. Hopefully this changes the development to bring more single player games. Yeah, it should, to be honest. It's like a lot of these multiplayer games aren't gonna make it too much longer. Live service games is dead. It sounds like because ineffective online only, both pay, buy and download and free of charge, and no one gets the chance to access them. Honestly, good riddance. These games didn't have a sustainable business model, and it shows this is what people want. Good. These need to stop existing. There is not one free-to-play live service game that does not suck in one way or is total garbage for reasons. Imagine paying for this and never get anything in return. Saying multiverses is about to meet the same fate. I don't know. I know there was a lot of hype when this game first released. The hype kind of died down, so I don't know. It's kind of spooky out here for these live service games. The Avengers game is shutting down. Even the Avengers game is shutting down, which it's like the writing was on the wall for that game. That game got so much negative press, especially since that abysmal Spider-Man time DLC looked ridiculous. So I'm not shocked. Damn, it's almost like live service games aren't the future. Sony's got to be taking a major L right now, because what do they think they can do that's so different than these other games? Like, what are you? Because you got the Sony licenses, the Sony IPs. Like, what do you think? How do you think yours is going to be insanely different from these other games just filling? The obvious solution is to make more and maybe spring in some NFTs. Yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. We kind of see the fate of a lot of these different, and these are very unique live service games. At that, I don't see how Sony. I don't see how Sony can do something different than these other games. Like, sure, you got the Sony IPs like Horizon, Last of Us. I don't know, they might make a God of War one or whatever, but I don't see them doing anything different than other games. So I don't know. I think Sony's live service games are gonna suffer the same fate as most of these did. So who knows? But definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. These live service games, a lot of live service games pretty much being canceled. They gave the notice that they're gonna be canceled pretty much very shortly. So want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.